Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about pretty much growth investing and stock market. I hope everybody's enjoying their holidays, their holiday season, if you will. This video is going to be more towards, well, one, we're going to review the portfolio, and two, we're going to talk about my thought process on how many positions there needs to be in a growth portfolio, and different and reasons why for that. I looked on YouTube. There's not a lot of videos on this topic. The ones you'll find are probably going to be more dividend related and dividend growth related, and people got like hundreds of positions or hundreds of stocks in their portfolios or whatever. But there really isn't much on the topic of growth portfolios. So I hope you get some value out of this video, and maybe it opens some thought processes on how to look at things. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, this is my portfolio. Well, just portfolio review. And as you can see, the value of the portfolio is just under 65 grand, right? But you don't see that there's like 40 stocks in here, or what have you. In fact, I have all of these are positions, but every position doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a stock. All right. So I got one, two, three, four, five. I got five different stock positions, as you can see. Cash, which is an actual position as well, which I'm building up right now. And then I have some options down here. The stock market is a game, all right? And in a game, you got different moves you can make. You can buy, you can hold, or you can sell, all right? And if you want more options than that, you can buy more options. You could buy the options, okay? Now, and I mean that quite literally. In capitalism, you be able to buy what you want to buy. If you want to buy growth, you could buy growth in capital. If you want to buy cash flows for income, you can buy that too. Um, my mentality at this phase and point in my life, I want growth in capital. All right. Is there a plan to transition to dividends? Yes. I mean, I do have a plan to transition to dividends, but if you do more research and you know how things are, you need a lot of capital for dividends to actually make a big impact in your income, like in your life, as far as income levels. Okay. Um, so, how much stocks do you really need for a growth portfolio? I argue you don't need many. Now, there's a thought process, and this is how I understand it. All right, let's keep things simple. A stock can go to zero. All right, we'll do the myth buster right now. The company can go bankrupt, and the stock can go to zero. So, like when it comes to diversification, um, if you have all your money in one shot in one stock, it can go to zero. Now, as far as what's the potential of what a stock can do, it can go from 100 million market cap to trillions. So literally, sky's the limit with these stocks. You can get 20 times your money, 50 times your money, 100 times your money on a return basis. Okay, so you really you don't need every single stock to be a home run. One of them takes off, that should overcompensate for everything. All right. So if I got three stocks in there and I put 10 grand in each of them, and let's say two of them go bankrupt, and the other one appreciates 100 times. Well, I lost 20 grand on the two that went bankrupt, and I made that 100 times 10,000. All right. So more than not compensated for that. that's kind of the idea of how I feel about diversification safety, and not and I do think that there is something to be said about diversification in actual sectors. Like, let's go over my portfolio right now. So I got Palantir, which is a position that I built about a year ago. Um, and and this is a technology artificial intelligence play, and the weighting here on the portfolio is a little over 38%. So this is overweight. Now, a lot of that is gains though. So the stock is over doubled, as you can see. And keep in mind, that's a position I built about a year ago. Um, in this next position, I got Crocs. All right. This is a clothing, a shoe play. Um, and this is a little over 31%, shy of 32% of the account. And a lot of that is due to actual contributions of me buying and being overweight. All right, about 20 grand worth of the stock. I just barely got done building this position maybe a month and a half ago, or so, a month and a half, 2 months ago or some. So we'll I'm not going to be surprised if this thing doubles in a year. Personally, maybe it takes a couple years to double, but I think this will be a gradual growth. It is a growth stock, you know. So I got my price targets on Crocs. I think if you're interested in seeing that, I got past videos that go into that, so you could go look for that on my channel. There's not too many videos that I've posted on the channel for the life of the channel so far, so you'll be able to go and find that. All right. So far, I got a bank. All right. This bank here is going to be. It's just a fast growing bank. There are some technology features within the bank that may or may not come to fruition as far as dramatic growth and demanding of higher multiples. We'll see. We'll see later on how that plays out. I have Tesla, which is a energy play. It's an energy play, all right? I don't see Tesla as an automobile business. I see them as a energy disruptor, and I'm really excited to see how they're gonna start disrupting utilities later on in the years and other ventures that they're gonna do. Um, so I mean, that's that, and I have Planet 13, which is in a growing industry, which I guess you could classify as part of the sin stocks. You can. I'm not going to get into too much details, but this is more speculation. A lot of companies, when it comes to speculation, I mean, you're investing in these high risk companies because a lot of them don't make money as a growth investor. Um, I mean, as far as bottom line, cash flow wise, etc., they can go to zero. There's a chance they can go to zero. So there's that to consider. Now, with that being said, I'm growing the cash right now because I think there's going to be some turbulence in Q1, Q2 of next year, and when all the stocks go down and there's a big sell-off, I'm going to start buying, and then after that, I think there will be a crazy bull run. That's just my opinion and my assessment and how I'm playing it. People can do what they want to do. It's a free country. All right. I bought these call options for PayPal. Originally, when I bought them, they were leaps. I guess this December 1925 one is no longer. Yeah. So that's a. Well, yeah. I mean, it's still, yeah. So Jan 17 25. That's about to. These are still leaps, but I mean, they're gonna. I bought these a while back, and as you can see, they're very volatile. I'm underwater on them, and it's something to consider. It's not always going to be like that. I think PayPal will run. And why did I buy options for PayPal? Well, when I was looking into PayPal, whenever I invest in a company, the management has to be a big factor of my investment decision. PayPal's management was going through transition when the old CEO was leaving, and then they were trying to find the new CEO. So I guess the new CEO is in now, but at the time I thought to myself, you know what? because they don't have solid management, and I can't. Me personally, I'm not going to invest in a company that that doesn't have solidified management in place. Like I said before, you got to buy, hold, sell. Those are your three moves. And if you need more options, you need to buy more options. So that's exactly what I did. I saw PayPal's, you know what, the fundamentals for valuation wise and their cash flows and buybacks and what they're trading at. I'll just buy some options. And my thought process is, if the options don't make money, it wasn't a good investment to begin with. So whatever. All right. So that's my thought process. Um, for $100,000 portfolio, how many stocks do I think should be in $100,000 growth portfolio? Probably anywhere from 6 to 10, 5 to 10. And other investors may disagree with me. I know there's a lot of investors that are probably going to be like, "You're crazy," you know, and and I can understand that it is higher risk, but I'm not coming in here to play it safe. I'm coming in here, hit the ground running. I'm going to take risks. There's going to be more concentration on my bigger bets as far as my conviction plays. Um, I plan for these other. So Palantir and Crocs, those positions are built. SoFi, Tesla, and Planet, those positions, I want 10K per position. Depending on how things string out, I might decide to cap it at 5K or whatnot, or a little bit less, but that's pretty much the general idea. Will I add more positions and as this portfolio grows? Of course. Just because these positions are done, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna, if it, I'm never gonna buy the stocks again. If it goes down enough, I'll buy whatever. All right, I just take what the market gives me. Um, and my thought process is, I'm scaling from zero to trying to get to six figures. I mean, if I'm like, it's more of a thought process of, what do I got to lose? I had nothing. I'm trying to take a shot and get ahead, and that's kind of the mentality there, and accepting and taking more risks when you're younger. All right. So that's my thought process. I do have a current goal to scale this to 100K. I'll probably hit the goal in a year. I'm not I'm not pressing myself or putting pressure on myself to hit the goal within a certain amount of time, but I think it's going to happen within a year or so. So, I mean, that's something to consider, and then we'll go to the next goal one step at a time. All right. Um, Meanwhile, I thought maybe I'd put a video out there and talk about this stuff. I hope you got value and some insights out of this. If you did and you're not subscribed or so already, to consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification, so that way, whenever I post a video, it'll pop right up on your YouTube feed on your phone, and you just reminder to get that little get that content there. So I hope everybody enjoys their holidays, and I appreciate everybody, and I hope everybody has a good day. Take it easy.